Jeremy Koling has been around disc golf for quite some time now. We all know him from his amazing commentary on the Jerm Aces crew, but what a lot of people don't know is Koling has had a lot of success in his career. From the influx of players since COVID, a lot of eyes have been on disc golf now, and Koling hasn't had much success of late. But doesn't mean we all don't see him all the time from his funny practice rounds, commentary, and all of his really funny moments. The best moments of Jeremy Koling is going to be a very enjoyable one. He might be the funniest disc golfer on tour. He is constantly making me laugh, and I know that when I see him on a featured card, it's going to be entertaining. He might not be tearing up the leaderboard week in and week out, but Koling does have plenty of great rounds, great shots, and some really great battles. We're going to take a look at that today, along with all of his funny moments as well. The best moments of Jeremy, Big Jerm Koling. We've got funny looking throws, plenty of aces, and some really good wins. Here we go, let the laughs begin. There are different ways to throw a disc, and I'm not just talking about how some people have different styles or different walk-ups. No, I'm talking about an actual different way to throw a disc. Apart from other people just trying it out, I have not seen someone actually use this shot. It's called the Pterodactyl Throw, and Jeremy Koling seems to be an expert.
Oh my God.
One of these days, I swear it's gonna happen.
That was awesome. Oh my gosh. That was so One of the things you can do is try to put a little bit of Anheuser on it. Again, don't. That's so silly. What are we doing?
Whoa. Jerm. He did it.
Yeah, I tried it.
That's the first PDGA claw?
No, it's like, off the tee, it's like my third.
Now I'm not there in person, so I can't tell exactly how far he is throwing, but a couple of these look like he can throw further than I can regularly, which makes me question my existence on this earth. Anyways, it's a really unique and fun way of throwing. Just be careful not to throw your shoulder out when attempting it. Don't blame me when you get injured. Can't look at the best moments of a player and not include their aces. Big Jerm has a couple of aces caught on camera and plenty that have not been caught. We have a couple that are pretty simple aces, but we do have one I want to include as a really special ace. First, here are the basic aces. Now technically this is not an actual ace, but it's still pretty sweet and it's for a good cause. At USDGC they do a distance showcase over the lake. On the other side is a basket surrounded by a bunch of other baskets, roughly 600 feet away. All of this is for the Throw Pink fundraiser for breast cancer awareness. Here's our guy Big Jerm back in 2014 with a throw across the lake. Side note, he throws it with a dinosaur in his hand the whole time. Now I've made a couple other videos just like this one, and now we're going to get a segment that nobody else has. These are Big Jerm's Aces Part 2. Not only does Koling have his own cool aces, but he seems to be the man behind plenty of other ones as well. He is the one pulling the strings behind the scenes. We have a lot of cool aces out there, and for plenty of them, you will see one man in the background. One tall man.
Basket.
See if Garrett can learn something from his in the line. This looks pretty good.
A rock 3 coming in hot.
Oh, it's in there. Let's go, dude. Woo! I pulled it back. Did it. Did it stay? Yeah.
With a trusty forehand.
Is that a putter?
Go in.
Forehand, dead center chains. Rick with the ace on hole 17.
I mean, that was center pole. That was...
Anything can happen. It looks like he got that pretty wide. Oh my god. Oh, no way. What a way to finish. Oh, for the win. Are you kidding me?
Now, disc golf aces are rare, but not extremely rare, so seeing Koling at some of these is probable, but the last one isn't. One of the best aces that the disc golf world has ever seen, the Kevin Jones slip ace at Maple Hill. The hole is so freaking hard, it's ridiculous. To even get a disc to the basket, let alone get an ace, let alone slip while you throw it, and in the background, Big Jerm. Maybe he's a Jedi, he has powers, he has an influence on the discs. Like I said earlier, Koling may not be winning tournaments of late, but he was a force to be reckoned with earlier in his career. He has some really solid wins on multiple tours and some crazy playoff moments as well. We head to the 2014 Vibram Open at Maple Hill. It's always fun looking back at these tournaments that are so popular now. It's awesome to see what the courses looked like back then. The final round started out with Koling having a one-shot lead over Ricky Wysocki and Joe Rovier. Hole 9 would make for some excitement as Ricky threw in for a birdie after a pretty bad drive. After 9 holes, he was now in the lead. Ricky would stay at least tied for first heading into the 18th hole. Koling made a few mistakes, which would lead him to being one shot back of Ricky. Hole 18, par 4, where you have tight OB up by the green. Good drives from both Ricky and Jeremy. Jeremy up first with his approach shot. After Koling basically parked it, it would be Ricky's turn. If he makes birdie, he wins the tournament. After throwing it OB, Ricky would still have a chance at throwing it in, but would come up just a bit short. Koling would win his first National Tour event. 3 years later, we take a look at an even closer matchup. The 2017 Waco Charity Open. Koling would start out the final round beating players like Ricky Wysocki, Greg Barsby, and Simon Lizotte. But it wasn't one of those guys that he would end up battling with. It was James Conrad on the chase card. And he would go crazy, shooting a final round of 15 under. Koling would hold it together as well, hole 17 making a fantastic drive, which would lead to a great birdie. Going into hole 18, Conrad was in the clubhouse at 34 under. Koling needs to birdie to force a playoff. We see this epic image of Koling taking a deep breath while taking in the wind. He would go on to get his drive over the water, but would not run the putt for eagle. Instead, he would take his chance in the playoff, and it would pay off. The tough par 4 hole 3 would be the first playoff hole, and Conrad would be up first.
It would be a great feeling.
Oh, absolutely, especially in the playoff. And man, out of your hand, I was thinking, man, he just nutted that shot. And this is, just got to check. Just check. Just, oh, no.
It almost even rolled back up the curve.
Oh, man.
Close.
After Conrad goes OB, Koling would play smart, keeping it in bounds, making sure he could secure the birdie and secure the win. We fast forward just 1 year later to this same exact tournament, 2018 Waco Charity Open, where Koling was in the lead by 1 again heading into the final round. A different counterpart this time, Nate Perkins would battle out with Big Jerm. Koling would get off to a slow start, making a couple bogeys, but he would make up for it on holes 9 and 12, where he would capture the eagles. Koling and Perkins would be tied going into the final hole. Perkins would lay up on the safe side, Koling would go for it. Pulling it over, but having enough height, Koling puts himself in a great position to make a deep putt for the win. After Perkins would put his upshot close, here's Koling for the win.
Championships.
Yeah.
Sails it wide.
We head to a playoff, same hole as the year prior, and Perkins would be the first one to go. Here's what happened on his drive.
Oh, no. Oh, and ouch.
So a little deja vu from the year prior, except someone took a disc to the back. Looked like it really hurt. Koling would do the same thing as last year, play safe and capture the win. Back-to-back wins at Waco for Big Jerm. Now we get to my favorite moment of Jeremy Koling. We're heading a little bit more back in time to 2015 to the Memorial Championship, a great battle between Paul McBeth and Jeremy Koling. Starting the back nine of the final round, Koling would have a one-shot lead over McBeth. McBeth would make up a couple shots on the back nine, actually taking the lead at one point, but that didn't last long. Koling would quickly tie it up. We go to hole 18 with them tied for the lead. A tough par 3 going around the water. Koling would put it in circle 2, McBeth at circle's edge. Here are their putts.
Headwind, hundreds of people watching.
And he doesn't even jump. And he doesn't even jump. He just puts a little ante on it and catches. And there's Jerm. That's the big Jerm everybody knows. He's excited now.
How many of these hundreds of people thought you were gonna miss right now?
Hopefully more than.
I think 0 people thought you were gonna miss.
And you look right back at him. This is one of my favorite moments in a few years.
We head to a playoff, hole number 1. Now I want to backtrack to earlier in the round. The first hole, Koling would make a birdie, playing it way out wide and dropping it at the basket. McBeth would play more conservative, getting up top and having this look at a birdie. He would make the putt and continue to play a great round. Now we go back to the playoff. I just wanted to show you guys what had happened earlier. Here's McBeth in the playoff, playing a bit more aggressive this time.
Here.
Probably because last time I went first, something really similar happened.
After that bad break, Koling would still need to make birdie to win the hole. McBeth looking at having a good chance at par. Here's Koling trying to get a great playoff win.
The throat.
Yeah, I figured if I went for the ace and missed it, I'd have a putt for 3 and put some pressure on Jerm, just knowing that he has to 2 it to win. And it really didn't feel 16 feet. Yeah, I mean, I would honestly lose this way than get blown out. You know, if Jerm wins by 6, I'd like it close and make it. I love when it's entertaining.
Now those are some of Koling's best wins on tour, but he has one more moment we have yet to look at that really helped establish Koling as one of the best players from his era. The 2016 USDGC made for a great event. I've covered it before in a video about Eagle McMahon. He was leading going into the final round and would play terribly, but we have never taken a look at who actually won the event. Ricky Wysocki and Nico LaCastro were right there with Big Jerm, but while Eagle played bad, Koling would play great. Nico and Ricky would play okay, staying close enough to make it interesting. But after 9 holes, Koling would be in the lead by 1. Eagle would regain the lead on the back 9, but would ultimately blow up on hole 13. The focus would then fully turn to Koling, who now had a 2-shot lead with 5 to play. His birdies on hole 15 and 16 would help him separate himself from Nico and Ricky, but there's always hole 17, a very tricky island green. It's never over until you pass hole 17. Here's Koling on his tee shot.
Far left position, really tucked up on those hay bales, very close to the out of bounds area.
After making it and taking the par, Koling would also birdie the 18th hole just to top it off. His one and only major title, a United States disc golf champion, and forever a major title holder. Jeremy Big Jerm Koling. As always, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out my channel. I have a couple other videos just like this one, so if you liked this, you probably will like those ones too. Like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.